because a man done did something to her.
The bear's not gonna.
So men have been.
Men are the most horrible creatures.
Men are the problem.
Men.
Men leave.
Are men trash?
Men or a bear.
It's because a man done did something to her.
The bear's not gonna.
So men have been.
Men are the most horrible creatures.
Men are the problem.
Men.
Men leave.
Are men trash?
Men or a bear.
It's because a man done did something to her.
The bear's not gonna.
So men have been.
Men are the most horrible creatures.
Men are the problem.
Men.
Men leave.
Are men trash?
Men or a bear.
It's because a man done did something to her.
The bear's not gonna.
So men have been.
Men are the most horrible creatures.
Men are the problem.
Men.
Men leave.
Are men trash?
Men or a bear.
It's because a man done did something to her.
The bear's not gonna.
So men have been.
Men are the most horrible creatures.
Men are the problem.
Men.
Men leave.
Are men trash?
Men or a bear.
It's because a man done did something to her.
The bear's not gonna.
So men have been.
Men are the most horrible creatures.
Men are the problem.
Men.
Men leave.
Are men trash?
What's up, guys? Welcome to Devil's Advocate, the live stream. Okay, so a bit of I guess intro or whatever. I am crazy happy, right? One video has just went viral for me, right? I have a video that just hit 12K. That's amazing. That's amazing, right? That may not be viral to other people, but for me, a small channel, that's viral. And it's gotten me so many new subscribers. I love it. I'm so happy. I'm so incredibly happy. Yeah, I'm insanely happy. But here's also the thing, right? This live is a humbling live where I want to humble myself in the sense that my purpose, what I created this channel for, is to support men. Support men, give my viewpoint, in a sense, if there are men that are similar to me, right, opinion-wise, give men a voice. Because I've been there, the struggles of average men. That's why I created this channel, right? To talk about what I deem, right, what I believe is the struggles of average men, you know, and I want to give men a voice, build a community for men that do struggle, build a community where I can see that my community is good average men, right? I'm not building a community for women haters, for the pookies, for the players, right? For the men that will hate on other men. That's not my channel, right? If that's what you think that I'm here to, or if that's your morality, right? Where you hate on women and you hate on other men as well, that's not me, right? This channel is not for you, right? Where I'm happy, I'm so happy that, you know, I got such an influx of new subscribers thanks to this one viral video, but I wanted to do this live to start out where I'm humbling myself, that this is why I'm doing it, to show that I support good average men. I support the struggles, the emotions, the feelings, the viewpoints of what I believe as good average men, right? So at the end of the day, everything is based on my own beliefs, right? My own thoughts, my own feelings. But my ambition is to, you know, build a community where it's for good average men, right? Men that want to be with a woman, men that want to love, respect women, men that maybe want to be husbands, right? You don't have to be, but maybe want to be, or just good partners. Men that want to be good fathers, if the opportunity arises. Men that just wants to be good, decent human beings, where we love everyone, right? But we hold people accountable, right? We're not ruled by our emotions. We are led by our logic, right? In my opinion, right? What I deem is logic. So, you know, that can be interpreted however someone however individual person wants. So that's where I'm going about things, right? So that's I'm just wanted to talk about, because this live I'm going to be talking about, you know, in this world, both men and women don't care about men, right? Don't care about average men, right? Nobody cares about average men. Nobody does. And only in recent years, there is a crop of men, a group of men growing and showing that they care for the struggles of other men. They care about the mental health of other men. They care about, you know, the difficulties, the struggles of other men, right? And that's why I said only in recent years there have been communities popping up, growing, slowly growing, but growing and growing strong, in my opinion, too, right? Where we want to support the struggles, the difficulties of men, right? Good average men, right? Not the toxic, not the, you know, men that hate people, right? So we're going to be talking about it. I have a few videos that will, you know, be examples and whatever of whatnot, those things. So that is, you know, that's what's going to be the live tonight. So I think it'll be a decent live, right? Something that I believe is going to be meaningful for myself, But yes, I do want to reiterate, I'm so humbly thankful for all the support, all the love, right? I'll probably say that again. I mean, I'll probably say that again at the end, but I just want to put that out. So let's get started. As usual, let's do a
Hello? Hi.
let's do a Kendra G reaction. All right, so let's check this video out.
Hey,
You ready?
yeah, I'm ready. I'm in the bathroom.
Okay. What's your name, boo?
Alicia,
Alicia. Where you call me from? Besides the bathroom girl.
St. Louis, Missouri.
How old are you?
I'm 39.
39. What you do for a living?
I do her on the side. I'm not employed. I'm not on nobody's clock.
How you pay your bills?
I get child support.
Well, keep it real, child. Okay. How many kids do you have?
So you're 39, and you guys know what I my views on you know, older women, right, or women at certain ages. You're 39, and now you're living off of child support. This is a thing where, you know, yeah, what is the point of Kendra? These women are just, this is the thing, right? These women are just out here just to make themselves look foolish, right? And make the community look foolish. But here's the thing where, you know, this is a woman that's living off of child support. That's how she's paying her bills. And this is a problem, right? Where your bills is your adult responsibility. Your adult responsibility. Child support is purely, right, to provide the essentials for your kids. Not bills, not shit like that, right? It is to provide schooling, right? Maybe even a bit of grocery, right? But for them, clothing. That is what it is, right? Maybe extra activities. Not your bills, right? Those are your adult responsibilities. Absolutely ridiculous.
I'm actually the one that was on the in the comments when old girl April was on your show yesterday. I got 7 kids.
Okay, I didn't know you were in the comments. Did I say something about you?
They was eating me up in the comments.
Okay, well, the cousins, I don't have nothing to do with that because I was doing the interview. So what happened?
I just stated that I had 7 kids, and somebody was like, "Is that a flex for you?" I'm like, "No, it's my truth." So I would never tell a man, because I have 3 that live here, but I have 7 together all together. But I would never tell a guy, "Oh, I have 3 kids," just so they would, would want to date me. But yeah, I have 7 kids.
Okay, 7 kids. All right, how old are your 7 kids?
I think Kendra's success rate with her, how many videos she has, isn't that high. High from here.
I have a 19-year-old, a 13-year-old, a 16-year-old, and my last 4, 6, 3, 1 just turned 2 today, and I have a 5-year-old.
A 5-year-old. Okay, how many men?
6.
So, what you calling? Girl, you got 6 men. What you looking for? You calling me for number 7?
No, so let me.
Yes, you're calling for number 7. I mean, like, technically you're calling for number 7. Okay? This is a thing where it's like, this is absolutely disgusting. I mean, you imagine, right? Here's a 39-year-old woman, no job, 7 kids by 6 men. Imagine, this is a woman that is creating a generational curse. She's creating a generational curse. Okay? Who knows? Probably her mom was a single mom as well. The absolute disgustingness of a lot of women. Okay? And you have the audacity to go online to try to find another man. You don't have a problem with finding a man. You don't have a problem, right? You have a problem with not giving kids to every Dick and Harry you come across, right? The problem is not you finding a man. The problem is you giving a kid to every single man you deal with. Okay? It's not. This is a thing. Stop. This is. And here's the insanity. You're 39, unemployed, 7 kids, 6 different men. You do not qualify for a good man. You don't. You don't qualify for it. That man, literally, right? If you can't find one, is literally 1 in a billion. 1 in a billion. Okay? That one simp may go for you, but literally 1 in a billion. Here's a woman that does not qualify for a good man because she has ruined her life. What good man is stupid enough, right, to get with this woman? Unless you are such a bottom of a barrel, idiotic simp, okay? And I doubt that she would want you. So, unbelievable.
That is, before I started having kids, I always had a plan for my future.
Yeah, Mystic. That was my bad.
I wanted to have all my kids by.
Yo, thank you everyone for joining. Oren, Connect TV, Mystic, love you, right? Tori, you guys are amazing. Thank you for stopping by.
One man, I wanted the Christian man, but life don't go as we planned it. But I won't necessarily.
You want a Christian man, life doesn't go as you plan. You can actually. I mean, here's the thing, right? Is there truth to life might not go as according as you planned? Yes, but I doubt she even tried. I doubt this is a woman that even tried to stick to a plan. I doubt it.
We say I'm looking to have more kids. I'm just looking to not have to look no more.
Well, I understand that, but my question is, you gave 6 men a child. Out of all those 6 men, none of them were good enough for you to be with until the end of time?
In the beginning, yeah. In the beginning. But to be honest, a lot of these guys caught me in a moment of me being vulnerable. So
why do you have so many vulnerability? What times of vulnerability? Like, you have 7 kids. 7 times of vulnerability? Come on. This is the problem, right? 39. Trauma filled. Trauma galore. So many times of vulnerability. Seriously, don't deal with men when you're vulnerable. It's like...
That's just pretty much what it is. Well, was, but
Well, let me ask you
I
a
don't.
question. Alicia, how old are you? Are you talking 39? So Alicia's 39, St. Louis, unemployed, mom of 7 kids, 4 live with her, by 6 men. Have you ever been married?
No, I've been proposed to, but never been married.
So what kind of man are you looking for, Alicia?
A man that's not married. I don't do cheaters. I don't like cheaters. I don't do thieves. I'm not real too particular on a guy that I'm looking for. I just don't want no drama. Don't want no mess.
So the 4 kids that don't live with you, why? Just curious.
So my oldest daughter, she's grown pretty much.
Okay, 19, okay.
My 13-year-old stays for her dad.
Okay.
And then the other 2, I don't want to discuss.
Okay,
Don't want to discuss. Sounds like drama to me. Sounds like drama to me. The insanity that a woman say, I don't want drama. Yet, 7 kids, unemployed, 6 different men. Your life sounds like drama. Your life sounds chaotic. Okay? You don't want a man's drama because you have enough, right? You have enough for the both of you. So really, so a man's coming into your drama. Great. Great care for a man. Great care for a man. This is the problem, right? This is what women think good men deserve. This is what women think good men deserve. You deserve this, right? You deserve this. Because unless she's going for a bad man, right? A shitty man. Unless she's going for a shitty man, she thinks this is what good men deserve. You deserve this shit. You deserve bottom of barrel shit right here. And this is why nobody cares about men. They don't. Nobody cares. Nobody cares how a man feels, how a man is treated, right? How a man thinks. Nobody cares.
respect that. Now here's the deal, Alicia. You have a 2-year-old, a 3-year-old. Are the 2-year-old and 3-year-old by the same man?
Actually, the 2-year-old and the 5-year-old is about the same man.
So you have a 3-year-old though too, right? So you had a
Yes.
baby 1 year, and then the following year you got pregnant by somebody else. Okay. Now, Alicia.
And then she went back and get pregnant again. But this woman is an idiot. This is why we need to bring back shame. We need to bring back shame. This woman, okay, had a child by one man, left that one man, had a child by another man, left that man, went back to the other man to have his child again, and yet didn't marry that man. Didn't marry that man. It's like, yeah, 7 kids aren't drama. This woman is chaotic. She's chaos.
Are you familiar with my show?
Yeah, I know. I ain't even got the
So
comments on it.
So you already know that there's gonna be a lot of comments about this. So I'm gonna give you a chance to respond to the people that feel like, you have 7 kids by 6 men. You have pretty much, well, a 5-year-old, a 2-year-old, a 3-year-old, a 6-year-old. Do the 6-year-old and the 5-year-old have the same dad?
The 6-year-old, no, they don't.
Okay. So there's moments when you were pregnant 1 year by one man and then pregnant the following year by another man.
Unfortunately, yes.
Okay.
She's disgusting. This woman is literally disgusting. Like, she has... I guess I'm going to be blunt and I'm going to be disgusting, right? Myself. This woman has no value. This woman has no value. Because she sees herself as no value. She sees herself as no value. So other good men will see her as no value as well. Her value is now a dumpster. A sea dumpster. That's it. She will have kids by just any man that comes into her life. She's disgusting.
So this is going to be talked about, honey. So what do you have to say to the people that's going to be talking about this and thinking that what man would sign up for this? Just,
I mean, it's fine if a man don't want to sign up for it, but I'm saying everybody has a past. And also a lot of people also commented and said that, you know,
everybody has a past. Your recent child is like what, 2? It's like that's recent. Your past. Everybody has a past. You not too long ago had a kid. This is not like you had a kid 20 years ago. No, you just recently had your 7th kid. You just recently had your 7th kid. So really, you're past and you're 39. So you just recently had your kid when you're about 37. Okay? Maybe 36. So how stupid are you? Okay? You're 30. You're in your late 30s. To say you have a past? Absolutely idiotic.
nobody judge me. Don't nobody have no heaven or hell to put me in. The kids that I have, I could have aborted to keep my.
What about? No, you didn't have to go that far. You can make them wrap it up. Make the men wrap it up, right? This is the insanity. Okay, this is the insanity. I had this stupid ass guy, like comment or whatever, that said that I was incel. How? You can watch all the shit I've said, okay, in all my videos. When do I talk about, oh, I want these women to have sex with me? I'm sexless, right? I have no women to have sex with, okay? Or do I say that I want women to actually have some morality? Have sex with good men. Have sex with quality men. Have families, right? With quality men. Get into long-term relationships. Hopefully get into marriages. And then have all the kids you want, right? I'm not telling these women that, oh my God, I can't have sex, so these women are terrible. I wish these women have sex with me. No. That's not, I don't say incel shit, right? Because I'm not telling these women they need to just have sex with any and every man. No. Be a woman, right? With some moralities, with some principles, with some actual standards. This is the problem, right? This is the problem with a lot of women. It's either your standards are practically for shit, or your standards are practically skyscraper high. It's either or. They don't choose in between, right? I just want a good man. I just want a man that has a job, okay? I just want a man that's responsible, that's loyal, that's monogamous, that's loving, that's respectful. No. I need a man that's a pookie or a man that's like, I don't know, like richest man alive. It's either or, right? Pookie or man-ass rich. Seriously? It's like Pookie's like bottom of the barrel men or 1% men. No in between. Right? That's the insanity of it. That's the insanity of what I'm talking about. Right? I tell women, good, have standards, but have it at realistically. A good man, respectful, loving, loyal, wants to be with you, wants to treat you lovingly, right? Romantic to you. He's not begging you for money. He's not having negative in his bank accounts. He's not begging you to pay his bills. A good man that has a good job, blue collar men, right? That's a good thing. Okay? I'm not telling you, oh, don't have no standards and go for the pookies. Or, hey, have high standards and go for the 1%. That is insanity. That is stupid.
You know, to keep myself from being talked about or to keep my reputation. So I decided to keep mine.
Well, I want to say this, and I hear that a lot, and I get that, and respect for you for having all your children. But there's also birth control.
No respect. No respect for you to have your children. Because here's the thing. It was irresponsible. Having children by shitty men, right, does not make you a better mother. Does not make you a good mother because you had these kids. Because here's the thing. You have start these kids off on the terrible ass foot, right? So no, there's no respect for you for having these kids, okay? Zero. I've said this before. When it comes to the dating market, I'm sorry, I have zero sympathy for women. No respect at all. Because here's the thing. I would have more respect for you if you chose a good man, had a kid with a good man, married a good man. No, I have zero respect for you to giving birth to kids by shitty ass men. Zero respect. Great that you didn't abort. I mean, but seriously, these kids are now struggling, right? At 19, her kid is now being on her own, right? Her daughter, I believe, is now on her own. 19. I'm sorry, but we have to understand a lot of parents, they're pushing their kids off too early. How at 19 are you an established adult? 19, right? 19, 18. How are you an established adult to be out on your own already? Women are stupid.
Methods. There's birth control, there's condoms, there's other precautions that you can take other than just
I'm gonna just be honest with you. To be honest, I just don't need to have no sex because I've got pregnant with the depot, and then this little TMI, but I got that pussy gripper. So yes. So my best bet is I just
no pussy is so grippy, right, that it can take off the condom, throw out the condom, and then grip it again. No pussy does that, right? Absolutely disgusting. Absolutely insane.
don't need to have no sex till I get married and get some stability.
Are you kidding me? Are you asking marriage? Marriage? You kidding me? Seriously, if these pookies didn't marry you, you don't qualify for marriage. So no sex till marriage? Ma'am, you gave it up easily. So really, continue to do it. Continue to do it. Because now, look at this, right? No good man, which you don't qualify for already, but no semi-good man, right? Now, this is the thing. What you probably qualify for is a semi-good man. He's going to see that, oh, you have 7 kids by 6 different men. Now, I have to wait to have sex with you after marriage, when none of these men had to. Yeah. It doesn't sound good.
Is the goal marriage?
Celibacy,
Just curious.
celibacy, and then marriage. You know
What? You said
celibacy.
wait, what you said you're celibate now?
Yes. I'm trying. And that's why I'm glad I got my kids, because I can't even get out there to really.
I want to make sure I understand. So your mama 7 by 6 men who now is celibate until you get married.
That's the plan.
Just curious, why didn't you come up with that plan after maybe baby daddy number 2?
Because I like sex. I'm going to just put it up.
You know, this is the thing where sometimes I question women's intelligence. Okay? I question women's intelligence. You like sex, but why go to the point where you let him finish in you? Right? Without protection. Okay.
I like, at the time I was a nympho, and I just wanted, and I thank God I ain't getting nothing that I can never get rid of. And I'm going to just keep it real. But they heard, so Don't nobody want
So
to
you
fuck
don't
with
you
me.
don't like sex no more?
I mean, I do, but I found other ways to shit. Them kids go to bed and do what I gotta do with to get that phone, get them toys.
Literally, a kid is right there. I mean, like, come on.
This is usually the last question, but I'm gonna ask you now because I'm just curious. Why would a guy just curious? Why would you say a guy would be
Lucky to date me.
why would a guy be lucky to be with you?
Overall, I'm a good person in general. I believe in God. I pray. I'm just a good.
You believe in God. What about God do you believe in? What about a God do you believe in? I'm sorry. You're 39, unemployed, 7 kids by 6 men. Where did God come in that? Right? Where's God in all that? She's an epitome of why when women say, I want a God-fearing man, when they bring up religion at all, here's why I said it's a red flag. Women use religion as a cop-out, right?
I'm a good person. To be honest, at times I can be too good of a person to where I'm taking advantage of. So even with the dating thing, I'm still debating on, I guess, the guys that I choose. I've even said I wanted to try a different race. So
how long you been celibate for?
I'm going on 3 months.
3 months? This bitch is stupid. Like 3 months? You've been celibate for 3 months? And so this is, I swear to God.
And that's long to me. That's long to me. That's a long time.
Child. Alicia, should this man look a certain way?
As long as he ain't missing no teeth, that's fine. But even, I don't care. He just got to be attractive.
Okay.
And I'm 4'11", so I don't want nobody my height.
Okay.
So at least like
Well,
5'2".
4'11", there's a lot of people taller than you, so you'll be good.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean,
Yeah.
I think short women have it easy, not easy, but when you're short, there's a lot like I feel for tall women at times because I get if you're 5'10", you really want somebody taller than you. But when you're 4'11", you can date somebody 5'9", right?
Yeah, I've had guys that were like 6 feet.
Yeah, I mean, obviously everybody wants somebody 6 feet or taller. But when you're 4'11", the point I'm making is a 5'8" guy is way taller than you still too. So that's in your advantage. Should the guy make a certain amount of money?
No, as long as he ain't now as long as he taking care of his responsibility, his priorities, and ain't asking me for nothing because I ain't got it.
Okay. So if you get with a man, because you live solely off of child support, correct?
This sounds so harsh, but yeah, I want to go back to work. I do her. I actually did my own hair, but I want to go back to work. It's just
I've got the men. I mean, like, that's just, honestly, I think that's dirty. I think that's dirty. But I mean, she has 7 kids, so, but I think that's dirty. To really pretty much take away all your adult responsibility thanks to child support. Child support is not to take away women's adult responsibility. I think that's really dirty. I really do. Okay? You think about this, all that money could go straight to your kids, right? Their future, saving it, putting money aside for their college. Yet you're living off of it. You're living off of it. Because you are such a low functioning adult that you can't handle your adult responsibility. And how dare she said that she wanted a man that can take care of himself. She can't. Right? How dare she say,
kind of wait till I move. I don't really like the area that I live in, and daycare for my kids. It's just I've been through it. It's too much. With it's just it's too much.
Okay. Why? Oh yeah. Now it's time for the Kendra cam. You get it up.
I'm sorry, I hear you.
Oh, you want to have your baby with you? It's time for the Kendra cam.
Okay. Journey, get her that tablet. I just came from the store, so I ain't dressed all up and stuff. Can you see me?
You gotta see your legs. Okay. All right, we see you, girl. When was your last relationship, Alicia?
My last relationship. Well, I've been in situationships. That's crazy. I've never been in a relationship. From my understanding, it was just.
And she wants a marriage. This woman doesn't even know how to cooperate with a man, and she thinks she qualifies for a marriage.
Kids by men that you were never in committed relationships with?
I thought we were in a relationship, but I say we weren't in a relationship because there wouldn't be any cheating and having other kids.
No, you can be. I mean, listen, how about this? Cheating only happens in a relationship. Ladies, if y'all didn't know that, if you're in a situationship and a guy is with somebody else, that's not your man, so you can't call that cheating. You can only call a situationship cheating when two people agreed to an exclusive relationship. So I know y'all be using cheating, but if he ain't your man, it's not cheating. So let me ask you this question. Have you ever had any committed relationships with the men you have kids by?
Yes.
Okay.
I say that was my oldest daughter, her dad, and then my two that share the same dad. We were in a relationship.
Okay. So when was your last relationship?
5 years ago.
Okay. And the last time you was intimate was 3 months ago?
Uh-huh.
Okay. You want your baby girl to hear the rest of the conversation? She fine?
She talking about some yes, no. Johnny, get her for me right quick. I can use that when I get done, okay? Okay, sorry.
Okay. What are 3 flaws you have to work on, Alicia?
Trusting people. I trust too much. Finding the right man, I guess. Financial stability could that be one?
Tori, you think this is you think this is the qualification of a good mom? I don't think so.
Okay. And why would a guy, we already did that question. You want to answer it again? Why would a guy be lucky to be with you?
I'm a good woman in general. I'm a good mother. I'm patient. I don't do all that get on line.
Let me say this, right? A good woman. You're attracted to shitty men. Would I say that's a good woman? I don't think so. In my opinion, right? A good woman would have a little bit more value, a little bit more standards, better judgment in men, right? In people. I don't think you're a good woman. I mean, I don't think you are a nasty, terrible, toxic woman, but good, I don't necessarily call you a good woman. A good mom, having kids doesn't equate you being a good mom. Okay? Plenty of women have kids and they're terrible moms. Here's a woman that has 7 kids by 6 different men she can't sustain a long-term relationship with. That she was probably barely in a relationship with any of these men. So you gave 6 bottom of the barrel shitty pookies kids. I'm sorry, that doesn't make you a good mom. Because now these 6 kids have shitty dads. Okay? Now, are these the worst of the worst dads? I'm not saying they're not, but I mean, come on. You just made You just gave 7 kids broken families. Okay, I mean, and it's like 1, okay, 2, 3, 7. I'm sorry, I don't think you're that great of a mom.
Out and popping my lips and all that extra stuff. I just feel like I'm wifey material.
Wifey material. You've never been a wife.
I am. Definitely. When I tell you the thing,
I'm just curious, what is your definition of wifey material?
being supportive, emotionally, financially, if I can, which I have been in a position to where I was. Cooking for my man, pretty much loving on him like I love on my children. What's that? Going there. You look confused.
Confused because 6 men did not see you as wifey material. 6 men. Yet these men, you thought they were good enough to give kids to. This is a thing where women have to understand, okay? No matter how much they think they're good, wifey materials, whatever, if no man will wife you up, does that really mean that you're wifey material? No. No. You are for the streets. You live in the streets. Hell, you are for the gutters. The gutters.
I guess my question is this: because you had 6 men that could have been potential husbands because you gave them babies, right? So I guess the question is why, if respectfully so, if you're wifey material, why couldn't you close that wife deal with one of the 6 men you had kids with?
Because they weren't husband material.
Then why'd you give them the ultimate gift of a child?
They gave the child to me. Kendra, I'm gonna just be real.
They gave the child to you. There are so many ways to wrap it up. Hell, listen to the thing. Why are you having sex outside of a relationship? Let alone a marriage. Okay? Now, of course, you can have sex out of marriage, but seriously, you should at least be in a relationship, in my opinion, right? Here's the thing. I'm the type of man that I'm not really into one night stands. That's not me, right? There's probably plenty of guys are. One night stands don't do it for me. So I've never really liked one night stands. So I'd rather be in a relationship, right? With someone I care for. So that's my view, right? That's my point of view. Now, this is the thing where women say, gave it to you, gave the kids to you. You could have made them wrap it up. Plan B is this thing, right? Many other ways of birth control. You could have done that. So you allowed these men, right? This is the thing where women can't understand. Men can't do anything legally, men can't do anything unless you allow it. So no, these men didn't give it to you. You allowed these men to do it, right? You allowed it.
But just be real. Like I said, I got that snapper. I use condoms. I have guys that when they hit it from the back, they take the condom off, and I don't know. I don't be no.
They hit it from back, take the condoms off. How about? It's like this is the thing. Stop doing it with the pookies.
It's just certain situations. The guy I was in a relationship with, we supposed to be doing the pull-out method. He told me the day after, you pregnant. So I'm gonna take accountability for, I guess, just having sex, period. Because I'm very fertile, but I can't show my matrix to whoever I end up with. But a lot of guys fake relationships just to get in a woman's, so unfortunately, like I said, I was vulnerable at the times.
No, you're stupid. This is the thing. Get on birth control. Make him wrap it up. Plan B. It's like, this is idiotic. It really is. Because There's no excuse. There really isn't.
Okay. So but now you're not having no more sex until you get married.
That's the plan with a lot of praying and fasting. Yeah,
Okay.
it's the goal.
You already know they're gonna talk about that, Alicia.
I don't care.
Okay.
My comments ain't even on.
Okay.
So
Okay. Well, Alicia, now the time has come. Are you on the Kendra G Singles dating app?
yeah,
Let's see if she's gonna.
yeah. Don't come over here pretending to want to. It's a lot of guys that act like they feel like they gotta show love towards your kids, but I just be looking at them like, you know what, you let me check your background. I don't do them pedophiles. It's women out here that do.
Okay. So, for clarity, no child molesters. If you got that on your resume, do not reach out to her. Please.
They probably ain't got it on their resume anyway.
They probably ain't got no resume. You're right. I guess Mike's gonna promote that. Alicia, honey, listen. I wish you the best. Keep me posted how it
This is a woman that's just stick with what you're doing. That's what you qualify for. Just stick with what you're doing. You don't qualify for anything else. Insane. What do you guys think? Women. They are insane. Okay, so yo, Parasocial, love you, bro. Yo, thank you. Yo, you guys are popping in the live today. Thank you for all stopping by. I love you guys, right? You guys are everything to me. All right, so what I did tonight's live meaning is this, right? Nobody cares about men. Nobody cares about men. Neither men nor women. Okay? But here's the thing where I want to be part of that change. Be part of that change. To create a community that actually cares. Right? Cares about people. Cares about, the struggles of men. So, that's what we're going to be talking tonight, with the subsequent videos, right? So let's get started.
I'm be real with y'all. I don't give a fuck about the male loneliness epidemic, the male suicide epidemic. I don't give a fuck. That will never be something that I lose sleep over unless it directly affects me. Why would I give a fuck about men's mental health? Men don't even give a fuck about their mental health. What the fuck? You ask this nigga, how many of your friends came to your birthday party? None, but it's okay. And then you want to complain about loneliness? You think I'm going to take your loneliness seriously, and you don't even require your friends to show up for you and be decent human beings and celebrate you when they need to. But I'm supposed to give a fuck about your loneliness because you can't find a girlfriend. Why do you think you can't find a girlfriend? Because you refuse to fucking socialize. You don't give a fuck about being a social being, and nor do any of your friends. You sit in your mother's basement with a lotion and a Dr. Pepper on both sides of you using sexual gratification as a means to deal with your emotions, and you think I'm supposed to give a fuck about you being lonely? Oh, if we focus on men's mental health, they wouldn't be so violent to women. Being depressed is not an excuse to kill somebody. There are grown men who can't even tell you that their feelings are hurting. I want to talk about mental health. That shit is going out the fucking window. Are y'all crazy? I don't give a fuck. Talk to a bitch that give a fuck, because it's not me. I'm be real with y'all. I don't give a fuck.
It's hard to watch this video because this woman absolutely irritates me to the core. Okay? Yes, do I say that both men and women don't care about men? Yeah, they don't. I do. I understand that. Yo, Skull, you are amazing. You're amazing. Thank you, bro. Thank you for the support. Here's the thing, right? This is why I have come into the sphere, right? It has been changing. Things have been changing, right? The rise of men's spaces, right? That is men, right? a small group of men, but it's growing stronger every year, every time. It's growing stronger and stronger. Okay, and I want to be a part of creating, pushing that community. Okay, because we do need to care. Because here's the thing: people only care about women, care about children, or care about the rich, i.e., rich men. Nobody cares about average good men. Nobody. And I want to be part. I want to create that community that does care. Right? I want to create the community that does care. But here's also the thing. We are a society that, you know, I honestly believe we're ruled by women. We are ruled by women. So how women view things, how women dictate shit, that affects a lot of things. So I'm gonna break this insanity down.
About the male loneliness epidemic, the male suicide epidemic, I don't give a fuck. That will never be something that I lose sleep over unless it directly affects me.
And here's the thing, here's the reality. If it does affect you, it's too late. It's too late to care, right? When a man exits, it's done. Caring does what now? Caring does what? Okay? When the man is so depressed, he leaves, what does your care mean now? It means zero. It means nothing. Okay? That's why I care now, hoping that men don't lead down that path. And then sanity, okay? Fine. You don't care about the men's loneliness. You don't care about men deleting themselves. Fine. Okay? But don't say women are more empathetic than men, because they're not. Don't care. Do not say that women are more sympathetic than men, because they're not. Right? When you don't give a shit about other people's suffering, right? Then do not say shit. Okay? Do not say shit about the suffering. This is why I don't give a shit about the Middle East. I don't give a shit about any of these things people say. Because why? They don't even care about the people around them. Okay? I don't give a shit about other countries. When in my own country, there are men that are suffering. There are people that are suffering. And nobody cares. Nobody cares. So the insanity, right? And I'm going to show you so many women that don't give a shit about men's issues or things that's happening to men in your own country. Yet, you care about people that are not even in your country. Right? That's why I don't give a shit about people outside of my country. Right? Because that's bullshit. And you know these people are always supporting, like, oh, Palestine this, oh, this Middle East that. Fuck that shit. Right? When we have people here that are suffering and yet you don't give a shit, then your views are meaningless to me. Yo, Blue! Thank you, bro. She's projecting. She can't keep a man. We're done. I wouldn't be so. I do agree. This is right here, the misandry that men are experiencing now. The misandry is so rampant.
Why would I give a fuck about men's mental health? Men don't even give a fuck about their mental health. What the fuck? You ask this nigga, how many of your friends came to your birthday party? None, but it's okay. And then you want to...
Yeah. Do I say that? Yes. Plenty of men don't give a care. Right? Plenty of men don't give a shit. I do agree. But this is the thing. What happens when men do give a shit? Right? What happens to the red pill community? The manosphere community, right? The MGTOW, the passport bros, all these communities of men that give a shit, what do they have? What happens? They get backlash. They get hate. So really, hey, that shit is... This is the thing. When men do care, right? We are put down. We are insulted, right? We are made to shut up. So really, don't give me that shit, right? I don't disagree. Yes, men don't care, women don't care. I 100% agree. Yet, when men are starting and trying to care, they are always put down. They're always trying to be shunned, trying to be shut up. All right. So no, don't give me that shit that men don't care, because men are trying to. More and more men are trying to.
Complain about loneliness? You think I'm going to take your loneliness seriously, and you don't even require your friends to show up for you and be decent human beings and celebrate you when they need to. But I'm supposed to give a fuck.
To be decent human beings, you don't need to worry about what other people do. Okay? You just need to be a decent human being. To have your mindset being influenced by other people who are shitty, this shows you how shitty you are. Okay? If you are a decent human being, don't give a shit about other people. You know how many times, right? How many times on my videos I have black people saying, stay in your own lane. Stop talking about black people. Fuck that shit. Okay? If I see black men struggling, if I see the destruction of black communities, if I see the hypocrisy, the unaccountability, right? The insanity of black women that I care for. I've dated mainly black women, right? But that insanity that's hurting them and hurting the community, I'm going to speak it. Because, hey, you know what? I support all men, no matter the shade. You're black, you're white, you're Asian, you're Indian, you're whatever, right? If you are a good man, you're struggling, I support you. So I'm sorry if people think that I'm not black, so I should not care. Fuck that shit.
About your loneliness because you can't find a girlfriend. Why do you think you can't find a girlfriend? Because you refuse to fucking socialize. You don't give a fuck about being a social being, and nor do any of your friends. You
socialing, right? Being social does not guarantee you a girlfriend. The stupidity, the absolute insanity to make it so one-dimensional. Being social does not guarantee you a girl. Okay? You could be the most social person around. It still doesn't guarantee you, right, somebody. But here's the thing. Okay? Nobody understands the loneliness of men. Nobody. Right? Nobody understands the loneliness of men. Because here's the thing. Like I said, both men and women don't care about men. And here's the thing, right? If you do not measure up in the eyes of people, if you don't measure up, they don't care. They don't care. Right? That's the thing. Nobody cares if you don't measure up. If you are not here where they want you to be, you don't measure up. Bro, I don't know. Maybe one day I get dreads. But that's the thing where nobody understands the loneliness of men. They don't. Okay? Because here's the thing. Being social, it's not easy. It really isn't. Because here's the thing with a lot of men. You get rejected. This is the insanity of women, right? Women have the luxury, the entitlement to not understand the feeling of being rejected. Women are rarely, if ever, rejected by women or by men, right? Men can be and have been rejected by both men and women. To make friendships by men, they have been rejected. To have relationships by women, they have been rejected. So really, the emotional toll, right, that rejections give you, women don't understand that, right? Women don't understand it. This is why I love my channel, or what I'm trying to build with my channel, where I want to support good men, right? Where you try your best, and yet let the world still shits on you. So I build this community, hopefully, where, you know what? I'm going to support you. I am your friend. I get, like, this is the thing, where I've said this before. Every single person, right, that is on my channel, right, that comes to my live, that, you know, that supports me, know this, I am your friend. I support you. I will be there for you, right? I believe that. I'm not going to here to put you down. That's not my thing.
Sit in in your mother's basement with a lotion and a Dr. Pepper on both sides of you using sexual gratification as a means to deal with your emotions, and you think I'm supposed to give a fuck about you being lonely? Oh, if we focus on men's mental health, they wouldn't be so violent to women. Being depressed is not an excuse to kill somebody.
No one says it's an excuse. Who says it's an excuse? Right? But here's the thing. When nobody cares, right? Nobody cares. This is the thing where it's like, you know, when I don't condone the violence, that depression that men have, right? I don't condone the results of depression. I don't condone it. But it doesn't negate that, you know what? These men, these people that are suffering, okay? Yes, they're stupid in the sense that they don't know how to fix, or they don't know how to handle their emotions. I'm not saying stupid, right? That was terrible, right? But they are not skilled, no support, right? To handle these crazy emotions. This is why women don't understand where, you know what? They have support. You know, women go online every day. They go online, they have their group of friends where, you know what? These other people, either strangers or friends, will call them tens. Tens. Perfect. Right? Said, oh, they will support them throughout all that shit. Men have nobody. Men have nobody. Right? So really, this is a thing where, I'm sorry, women like stupid like this, that speaks that she doesn't know shit, angers me. And you know what? This is a thing where you are belittling other people's emotions. Is insane. Insane that you belittle other people's emotions.
There are grown men who can't even tell you that their feelings are hurting. I want to talk about mental health. That shit is going out the fucking window. Are y'all crazy? I don't give a fuck.
First of all, when men do talk about their shit, talk about their feelings, right? You get shit like this. I don't care. I don't care. So really, this is why, you know what? Why this is the thing where people focus, right? The mainstream focus on popular clips, right? But now understand the true meaning, right? The true meaning of men's communities. It is to support men. Plain and simple. Support good men. I've never viewed any of these communities as trying to make men be evil to women. I honestly believe not a single community, in my opinion, right? At least the ones that I follow, right, are trying to make men to be terrible to women. It's just to talk about and support the struggles that men go through.
A bitch that give a fuck, because it's not me. I'm be real, child. I don't give.
Definitely it's not you.
What's your advice?
And here's the thing, right? We're gonna go for this one too. That's society right there. Society does not give a shit about men's feelings.
What's your advice to a guy with feelings?
Obviously you're entitled to your feelings, you're human, but
Have them, but don't show them.
yeah, just cry on your own. Cry by yourself.
Oh man. What's your advice?
You know, I'm sorry. I know I should say something. It's just, you know, this is the thing, right? I care about the human race. I do, right? I care about people struggling. I care about people going through shitty things. Right? I guess this is, this is funny, right? Or maybe weird. That I'm a big anime head, right? As you can see, I'm a big anime head. Right? One of the archetypes, right, that I love about characters is the underdog. The underdog that rises up, right? That becomes better, stronger, whatever. The underdog that becomes, that he's shitted on, right? The underdog that's shitted on, that's whatever, and he perseveres, right? And in my opinion, men are the underdogs. Men are at the bottom of the barrel. Men are at the bottom of the totem pole. Men are shitted on, right? That's why, in my mind, why I support men, right? Because we are shitted on. Nobody cares, right? Nobody cares about us, right? Everyone shits on us, right? And, you know, that's part of why I care, is that I want to see the underdog succeed. I want to see good men who are at the bottom of the barrel, right? Good men that are shit upon by society, to rise up and succeed, right? Yeah, Tori, yeah, I love mangas. I mainly do read mangas. So, yeah, I want to play this one again.
To a guy with feelings.
Obviously you're entitled to your feelings. You're human, but
Have them, but don't show them.
yeah, just cry on your own. Cry by yourself.
Oh man. What's your advice to a guy with feelings?
Obviously you're entitled to your feelings. You're human, but
Have them, but don't show them.
yeah, just cry on your own. Cry by yourself.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know. I mean, yeah. It's just, it's just, this is a thing where nobody ever realized the damage they're doing to people, right? And in this case, the damage they're doing to men. This right here, this rhetoric, this ideology, this way of thinking, way of viewing, right? Seeing men, it's nothing new. This is nothing new, right? This is very common. Very common. This is pretty much the way for men to handle problems. Cry to yourself. Yeah. What do you guys think? Yeah, I mean, that's, yeah. And here's the thing, right? I'm going to show you another, right? This is one thing where you see it. I mean, like, I create content, right? So I have to look at these, but I see it a lot. And to think that this is how men think, you know, they think a certain way because society has built that, right? How I think that nobody cares about men, society has reinforced that. So let's talk about this one.
I personally hate it when people are like, oh, men's mental health. Oh, men are afraid of being emotional. Because it's not that men are afraid of being emotional. They are afraid of being a woman. In high school, I had this substitute teacher who started talking about gender studies and said that men are afraid of showing their emotions because they're socialized not to show emotions in public, which is true, but I don't think they're afraid of showing emotion because men show emotions all the time. They're more likely to express their anger and lash out. Those are extreme emotions. So it's not that they're afraid of expressing emotions. It's that as a society, we have labeled certain emotions as feminine. So emotions such as sadness, like tears, or love, like caring for others, those are considered to be feminine traits. And those are the emotions that men reject because they don't want to be feminine, because the worst thing they can be is a woman. So when people are like, we should teach men to be more vulnerable, we should let them be more emotional. No, we should teach them to stop hating women. It's all about that. I personally hate it when people...
You know, that's why I show these different kind of clips, different kind of videos. Men don't hate to show emotions. Okay? Men hate to men hate to have their vulnerabilities used back at them. That's what men hate, right? It's like, this is the thing. Crying, loving, is not women emotion. It's not feminine emotion. To cry, to love, that's not a feminine emotion, okay? That's a vulnerability. That's not feminine to cry. It's a vulnerability, right? Loving, it's not a feminine emotion to love. It's a vulnerability. And what men hate, what men don't want, is to be vulnerable and then have that shit shoved right back into them. Or have that shit, have that vulnerability, right? To be destroyed by that vulnerability, right? That's the thing. This is the thing where it is insane that women think that they're so educated that they understand men when they don't even talk to men, right? They want to build their logic on however they want to think. Not by, how about, talking to the men. No, let me just view. Men don't want to be women. Like, loving somebody is not a women quality. It's not a women thing. Crying isn't a woman thing. It is a vulnerability. That's the thing. Here's the craziness. Society supports, they allow, they encourage women to be vulnerable. Because why? Men support women's vulnerability. Men will be the rock to women's vulnerability. Men's vulnerability, right? Men's vulnerability, no one gives a shit. No one gives a shit about men's vulnerability. What they do, right? When men are vulnerable, women will use that against them. Okay? And here's the problem. Men are not encouraged to be vulnerable. So, when they are, it hurts a 1,000 times more. 1,000 times more. 1,000,000 times more. Because here's the thing. When men are vulnerable to the person they love, that's all they have. That person they love. Right? Yes. Do men would use women's vulnerability against them? Yes. But here's the thing. Women, when shit like that happens to women, society, right? Strangers, their friends, support women, will be women's stone, will be women's rock, right? When women use men's vulnerability against them, who's there for them? Nobody. Nobody's there for the men, right? Not men, not women, not society, not strangers. Nobody gives a shit. So men are not, yes, no duh, men do not desire to be vulnerable. But hey, no one cares how men view things, how men think. Let's just put it out to men hating women again with that shit.
People are like, oh, men's mental health. Oh, men are afraid of being emotional. Because it's not.
And see, this is the thing. You boil down men's mental struggles to men hating women. Absolutely insane, okay? To make it about yourself. How many times I said women are so fucking selfish? It's constantly, even when you talk about men's mental health, men's struggle, let's bring it back to women. Let's bring it back to women. Men are women haters.
Not that men are afraid of being emotional. They are afraid of being a woman. In high school,
Men are afraid of being vulnerable, not emotional, right? I'm obviously being emotional. I'm not afraid of being emotional, right? And here's the thing, right? With my brothers, I'm fine with being vulnerable, right? I'm fine with being vulnerable. With my brothers, I'm fine with it. With women, why? Because here's the thing. They bring it back to, oh, you're being emotional, you are a woman hater. Bitch, who's talking about women? Right?
I had this like substitute teacher who started talking about gender studies and said that men are afraid of showing their emotions because they're socialized not to show emotions in public, which is true, but I don't think they're afraid of showing emotion because men show emotions all the time. They're more likely to express their anger and lash out. Like those are
It's like, you know, the anger and lashing out, right? Here's the thing, right? Men have, for so long, the things that men control is the vulnerabilities. And honestly, men aren't on average lashing out in anger. Okay? Surprise, you're seeing that in public, right? You see that on whatever, right? But men aren't on average. They're controlling everything, all emotions. Men have to control everything. Men aren't allowed to have a range of emotions, even anger. So, because here's the thing, anger, right? Even anger, people will call that shit out. So really, no, men don't just show anger out in public like that. It's not common. I mean, I'm not saying that it doesn't happen. Of course it happens. But even those men know that they have to control every single emotion they have.
extreme emotions. So it's not that they're afraid of expressing emotions. It's that as a society, we have labeled certain emotions as feminine. So emotions such as
Love is not a feminine emotion. Okay? Crying is not a feminine, it's not. This is the thing, right? To cry is not a feminine thing. I hate that shit. It's not. Okay? To be vulnerable, right? We have now created that as a feminine thing.
sadness, like tears, or love, like caring for others, those are considered to be feminine traits. And those are the emotions that men reject because they don't want to be feminine.
First of all, it's not men rejecting it. Okay? It's men not allowing to have it. Right? One, men are not allowed to have it. And two, when men do cry, be loved, they are used against them. Right? It's used against them. Right? And second, it's not because you want to be feminine or not. It's like, this is the insanity. Men don't give a shit, right? If it's feminine or not.
Because the worst thing they can be is a woman. So when people are like, we should...
The worst thing can be is not a woman. Because men are men, right? Only nowadays, women think that, oh, it's so easy to become women. No. Crying doesn't turn you into a woman, right? Loving somebody doesn't turn you into a woman. What men are scared of, what men don't want, is to be vulnerable, right? And use that vulnerability against them, right? You saw the video I just showed you, right? Women saying, I don't give a shit about men's loneliness. Vulnerability. Men's deletion rate. Vulnerability. Right? Men don't want to be vulnerable because that shit is always used against them or it's put down. It's belittled.
teach men to be more vulnerable. We should let them be more emotional. No.
It's not teach men to be more vulnerable. Allow men to be vulnerable. Right? Have the same standards that, you know what? You shouldn't treat a man when he's vulnerable like shit. You shouldn't use that vulnerability against him.
No, we should teach them to stop hating women. It's all about that. I personally hate...
It's all about that. It's all about men hating women. It's always always about men hating women. Always. Everything. Every single thing in society. It's men hating women. This is the bullshit, right, that you constantly hear. Men hating women, men hating women, men hating women. I'm tired of this shit. I hear more women hating on men than men hating on women. Because here's the thing. Men are more logical because you know what? Men know that they need women. Men know that they need women. Not just want women. Men know that they need women. It's women that say, I don't need a man, right? I'm strong and independent, right? It's men are trash. It is women constantly hating on men. Men aren't hating on women. They know that they need women. Right? Society, right, is always a hate on men. It's not hating on, I swear to God, women got rights because men, right? Men cared. You talk about the patriarchy, right? Insane. If women had no rights, guess what? It's men who did it. If women had rights, guess what? It's men who still did it. It's like, you know, this is insanity, right? The protection of women and children first. What in society do you see that, you know what? It's love towards men. It's constant up and down hate towards men. Everything you see, everything you hear. And then you hear things like, oh, it's men hating women. Really? Really? What in society do you see that men are hating on women? Please tell me if there are a woman that hates my guts so badly and watch my shit, please tell me. What in society are men hating on women? Men protect women and everything, provide women on everything. Okay? Men fight for women's rights. Men did it. This is the thing. If men didn't fight for women's rights, I'm sorry, reality, women would have no rights. Reality, right? But what? Men cared. Men cared for women. But here's the thing. We have a society now where it is allowed, it is encouraged to hate on men. That's the thing. What do you guys think? Alright, so I got this another video, so let's check this one out.
Guys on TikTok are so funny. More specifically, the guys on TikTok who lack wealth, for lack of better terms. Let's put it that way. The guys who lack wealth. They just never cease to amaze me. And I see this all the time, but this video in the comments just struck a nerve with me for some reason. I just saw a video of a guy, a man, a dad.
Thanks, Alvy. Thank you for stopping by, bro.
A man and his 4 kids in a big, beautiful house, laughing, making funny memories. Like the cutest video, right? And the comment section are the guys being like, that is a rich man. That beats being a millionaire any day of the week. That is what rich really looks like. And I understand the sentiment, right? Like I understand what they're like trying to say. But how do you think you get a big house? How do you think you are able to have and raise and maintain 4 kids? Money. Like, we gotta stop enabling broke men on TikTok to think that, like, they don't need to strive to make money. Like, you don't just have kids. A big house doesn't just appear. Like, you have to make money to be able to have that life. And I see these guys all the time arguing with people in the comment section about how they don't need money. They just need like their wife and kids. Guess what? No woman wants or desires to struggle with a man. Nor does she want to put herself through having 4 children and then not having the means to maintain and take care of them. Nobody wants that. Nobody desires that. And like, again, I understand the sentiment of what they're saying, but like, the bigger picture is that these guys have zero ambition. All they want is a woman to be, what do they call it? Like the bus rider, a woman who's going to be down to ride the bus with me if like I don't have a car. Like, no, we got to stop that. Guys on TikTok are so.
Here's the thing, right? Am I encouraging women need to struggle with men? No. But this is the insanity, right? We are all average people. Majority of people are average. Majority of people are average. Not everyone, right? Not everyone is going to live a lavish lifestyle. I do support men. You need to get your money up. You need to at least work, right? At least work and be able to pay all your bills, pay your rent. Do not need to ask people for money. Your bank account should not be negative. I encourage that. I support that. Because men, we need to be at our best. Because women would not want you. Right? But here's the thing. Regardless of women, you need to be at your best for you. You need to be at the best for you. So you don't put up with bullshit. You need to be at your best. Right? At the best version of yourself, whatever that version is, right? For you. So you don't have to deal with women's BS. Because here's the thing. Women don't want to build with you. Here's the thing, the difference, right? Struggle, fine. But women forget, they don't even want to build with you. They're not even trying to build an empire with you, right? They're not even trying to build a life with you. They want you already built. You're at a certain level so they can reap the rewards. This is the insanity where women are crazy. Fine, you don't want to struggle with him. But I guarantee you, a man you don't struggle with, he don't trust you, right? When he's down. So he will value you as a woman who's only there for him when he's up. So really, you don't have that much value. You don't have much of that value. Don't be surprised that more and more men, right, who are doing better, prenups will go up, right? Who are doing better, you know what? Marriage won't be that priority. Because here's the thing. Smart men who are doing their best to be the best version of themselves do not put up shit, right? Put up the shit with women. They are the leaders of their own life. And I encourage that. That's why I said to be the best version of yourself, it is to be at a point where you have control, right? Or you are in control of your life. You don't allow women to dictate things in your life. So let's put it down. Let's break it down a little bit.
Funny, more specifically the guys on TikTok who lack wealth, for lack of better terms. Let's put it that way. The guys who lack wealth, they just never cease to amaze me. And I see this all the time, but this video in the comments just struck.
Here's the insanity. Lack wealth. I'm sorry. Most people lack wealth. Most people. All right? This is the problem with social media nowadays. Everyone thinks they can be 6 figures. Everyone thinks they can reach the heights of 6 figures. When honestly, in reality, only about maybe 20%, maybe around that, can even reach 6 figures in their whole lifetime. They don't realize the rarity of wealth. Because this is not every single woman can reach wealth. Not every single man can reach wealth. So you know what? No surprise that, you know what? Men see actual wealth is love of a family, right? Love of a family. Here's the insanity too. Immigrants, that's their love. That's their wealth, right? The family unit. right? Where we're all together, where, yes, we can struggle together, but we can also experience happiness together. Life is not just happiness.
A nerve with me for some reason. I just saw a video of a guy, a man, a dad, a man and his 4 kids in a big, beautiful house, laughing, making funny memories, like the cutest video, right? And the comment section are the guys being like, that is a rich man. That beats being a millionaire any day of the week. That is what rich really looks like. And I understand the sentiment, right? Like, I understand what they're, like, trying to say. But how do you think...
That's the thing where it's not about materialism, right? Money's great. I love money. I really do. I really love money. But here's the thing, right? I would trade all the money I have if I can see my kids. If I can have my kids with me. The kids that have been taken away from me that I can't see. I would trade all my money for that. But women, right? They want the materialism. They want that money. And then, fine, you want the money. Then you're surprised. You know, this is the thing where a lot of women, they have changed. They're career women, which is fine. This is fine. But they themselves find that this path of being a career woman, right? Path of being a career woman. Now that you're 40, 50, 60, you're a career woman. You're making 6 figures. They are wishing that they can go back and have a family.
I think you get a big house. How do you think you are able to have and raise and maintain 4 kids? Money. Like, we gotta...
Money doesn't just appear. You struggle to get it, right? It's a path. It's a journey. You're struggling, right, on that journey to get that house, to get those kids, to have, that money. So if you don't desire to struggle with a man, and then you just want him after he struggled, right? There's consequences to those actions.
Stop enabling broke men on TikTok to think that, like, they don't need to strive to make money. Like, you don't just have kids. A big house doesn't just appear. Like, you have to make money to be able to have that life. And I see these guys all the time arguing with people in the comment section about how they don't need money. They just need, like, their wife and kids. Guess what? No woman wants or desires to struggle with a man.
And then you're surprised. How this is the thing, right? That man had to struggle to get that house. He had to struggle to get that money. He had to struggle to be able to support 4 kids and a wife and himself. Women don't care about the process. They don't care about the journey. They only want the results. And a woman that only wants results, well, she ain't getting a man that is faithful. I'm sorry, I don't really know many stories where a woman that gets a man, right, after he struggled on his own, that she's getting a faithful man, in my opinion, right? Or hell, okay, if not a faithful man, a man that don't bend to every whim you have, right? A man that's, you know what, you weren't there for his struggles, so now you want to benefit. Well, he, right, is in control. You better, it's his. You follow. You follow his commands, his lead, right? He ain't putting up with bullshit.
Nor does she want to put herself through having 4 children and then not having the means to maintain and take care of them. Nobody wants that. Nobody desires that. And, like, again, I understand the sentiment of what they're saying, but, like, the bigger picture is that these guys have zero ambition. All they want is a woman to be, what do they call it, like the bus rider? A woman who's going to be down to ride the bus with me if, like, I don't have a car. Like, no. We got to stop that. Guys on...
This is the thing where men are finding out more and more women aren't ride or die. It is a reality that a lot of men are realizing women aren't ride or die. You could see that with, like, let's say this, the divorce statistics, where it's mainly women leaving marriages. It's mainly women leaving relationships. And I think men, this is the point is why men need to understand these things. That honestly, women don't want to struggle with you, which is fine, I guess. It is what it is. But if you ever fall into struggle, they ain't gonna be there for you. Right? This is the thing, right? Why you can see that is that one of the biggest reasons for divorce is finances. I.e., you're probably struggling. Right? You see that a lot, in my opinion. Where you have to realize the burner of performance is on the men. If men are struggling, women ain't there for you. Right? Women ain't there for you. So, what do you guys think? I thought this was an interesting clip, right? Because okay, this caption, I think younger men are actually capitalizing on the red pill movement in a positive way. Okay. So let's react to this.
There's actually a very specific demographic of men who are being red pilled. Younger men seem to be more so capitalizing on the sins of older men. Whatever reason, I get hit on by men that are like 22 and under a lot. And I've heard a lot of women say this, and guys try to be like, oh, it's because they want to be taken care of. That is not the situation. I was walking my dog past Grand Central Market one morning, and this guy was like, hey, can I come over there and speak to you for a moment? Compliments me, and before I can even ask him how old he is, he's like, I know I look young, I'm 22, but I got my own place, I got my own car, I got 2 jobs, I got money, you wouldn't have to worry about nothing. A lot of young men enter the chat like that. There was a 20-year-old working in my building that approached me the same way. It's like, when was the last time you saw me miss a shift? I got you, girl. They're watching older guys fail at the don't be a simp movement, taking the opening. Like, they flirt, and to be honest, I don't remember the last time that a man between the ages of like 26 and like maybe 35 flirted with me. They'll start the conversation with shit like this, and then when you don't text them back, they'll be like, oh, she's a bitch anyway. The kid that worked in my building, I was like, good to see you, passing by one day, and he was like, it was magnificent to see you. Riz and aura movement is going to save dating. There's actually a video.
So, I hope you guys can hear it. This is a woman who's saying that men, the red pill movement, older men listening to the red. I guess, yeah. I mean, here, let's talk about it, right? So it's talking about the red pill movement, older men following the red pill movement who are not putting up with the BS of women. Younger men are stepping up. Oren, younger men are stepping up and now hitting on these women, right? Hitting on these women that are older than them, right? Hitting on them, saying all these things that, I don't know, trying to get with these women, right? These older women. That's the premise of it. So, I guess let's break it down a bit.
Very specific demographic of men who are being red pilled. Younger men seem to be more so capitalizing on the sins of older men. Whatever reason, I get hit on by men.
The sins of older men. Okay.
That are like 22 and under a lot. And I've heard a lot of women say this, and guys try to be like, oh, it's because they want to be taken care of. That is not the situation. I was walking my dog past Grand Central Market one morning, and this guy was like, hey, can I come over there and speak?
Here's the thing, right? I don't say men want to be taken care of. No. I would say men want to see an easy mark, right? Here's the thing, right? Younger men see older women as easy marks. Younger men see older women as a chance to tap it, right? To pump and dump.
You for a moment, compliments me, and before I can even ask him how old he is, he's like, I know I look young, I'm 22, but I got my own place, I got my own car, I got 2 jobs, I got money, you wouldn't have to worry about nothing. A lot of young men enter the chat like that. There was a 20-year-old.
So a lot of men, right? This young man is hitting on her, saying, I got a car, I got a place, I got 2 jobs, I got money. Saying things that I guess women like to hear, right? Money, a job. So trying to impress her. Okay, cool. But here's the thing. The difference between men, older men who are in red pill, they're not looking out to impress women. Because it means what? Right? Because here's the thing. With older men realize that, okay, I'm impressing women for what? You gotta think, these young men, they're impressing women to what? Not getting, it's like, this is a thing where women think that, okay, these young men are trying to be in long-term relationship with you. Stop fooling yourself. Stop fooling yourself. Maybe some, not the majority, right? These young men are looking ways to, you know what? It's easy. These older women, obviously, these older women are still single. So obviously, me hitting on her has a high probability, me impressing her has a high probability of me getting in her pants. But no, women don't see this. Oh, these men aren't trying, these men aren't, trying to pump and dump, trying to, lie to me, a facade. No, these younger men are actually trying to get into a relationship with me. And this is the thing, right? By statistics, men only get to a certain amount of level of money as they age. Even these men have these men have 2 jobs, a place, all that shit. Great. But on average, these men do not even hit close to 6 figures. These men aren't providers. They will give you money, right? Because these men are poor. These men have poor financial literacy, right? Poor financial literacy. Here's the thing with red pill men, in my opinion. In my opinion, those men are trying to get their money up, saving, investing, right? Doing right financially, right? Spending money on women is financial suicide, right? Spending money on women is financial suicide. Literally draining your money. I can tell you this. I have more money now than I ever have. And I'm single, right? I am single. I have more money now than I ever had. And all the times I had a girlfriend, right? I was negative in my bank accounts. Negative. So these young men that are willing to spend every paycheck on you, that's great for that's great for you. But here's the thing. That shit only lasts for so long. Because once he pumps and dumps, most likely he probably won't interest it. 2, right? You could get women like this can get in long-term relationship with these men. These men cannot do shit with their money. Not for long.
Working in my building that approached me the same way. It's like, when was the last time you saw me miss a shift? I got you, girl. They're watching older guys fail at the don't be a simp movement, taking the opening.
Fail at don't be a simp movement.
Like, they flirt, and to be honest, I don't remember the last time that a man between the ages of like 26 and like maybe 35 flirted with me. They'll start the conversation with shit like this, and then
because men are over with it. Right? She said she doesn't remember the last time a man between 26 to 35 flirted at, really tried or flirt with her. Because you're not the center of their world. They're done. They have other focus, right? Self-improvement, right? Bettering themselves. Caring about the struggles of other men, right? Caring about more than just women. These young men, all they care about is the box, right? That's it. These young men, all they care about is the box. That's how the mentality of young men are. All they care about is getting the box. They will spend their paycheck on that box. But here's the thing. That way of thinking ain't going to produce any successful relationship.
You don't text them back, they'd be like, oh, she's a bitch anyway. The kid that worked in my building, I was like, good to see you, passing by one day, and he was like, it was magnificent to see you.
This is why, right? Women have problems with the pookies. This is funny that women say that, how can I tell he's lying? Really? This is the thing. How can I tell that he's going to be a bad man? To think that you have the balance of probability, that you have found the one young ass man that would want to be loyal to you, love you, respect you, and provide for you. You are that one woman that found that one young ass man that would provide for you, be faithful to you, treat you right, love you, respect you, want to marry you, want to have your kids. No. Right? The balance of probability is that man, he will spend that money on you until he's finished or he's tired of your box. Just like the idea that women think that, okay, let me get with the athletes. They found that one athlete that would be faithful to them, really? By balance of probability, they found that one athlete that would be faithful to them. This is a thing why women are so easily manipulated by the pookies. Now, by the young pookies. Because they cannot see past the obvious lies. So, I don't know. Mountains of the Moon. I don't know about that, but I mean, if you think so. What do you guys think? How are you guys doing? Hope you guys are doing well. Let's see. All right, let's check out this. All right, let's check out this clip.
I think that one of the main problems today is that men are being told what a real man is by a woman that had no father.
So I had and have a great father, and I will gladly tell you what a real man is. But as a side note, saying that a woman who doesn't have a father can't say what a real man is absurd. Whether a woman had a father or doesn't, she's still allowed to say what she looks for in a man, she's still allowed to have standards, and she can know what a good man is. But let's get into it, what a real man is. A real man is faithful to his wife, no matter who is or who is not around. A real man can keep a job. A real man takes accountability for his bad behaviors and changes. A real man does not watch porn. A real man is not a drunk. A real man, if he's a father, shows up for his kids day in and day out and doesn't expect to be praised for the bare minimum. A real man does not objectify and degrade women. A real man will stand against and oppose men who are degrading and objectifying to women. A real man won't be friends with men like that. A real man does not make his wife feel like she's in competition with other women, because a real man makes sure his wife knows she's the only woman in his eyes. A real man would not make fun of a woman who didn't have a father figure, because he would understand the joke is the absent father. An absent father, that guy is a joke. And a real man would not comfortably consume content like that woman is putting out, because he would not be excited about women being made fun of. Anyway, I hope this helps coming from a woman that had a great father.
And yes, the cringe. This is the insanity, right? It's like, fine, right? What? This is. It's funny that women know what a real man is. Yet, if a man says what a real woman is, how would that go? How would that go? This is insane that women think they know what a real man is, yet they can't. Here's the insanity, right? Without they can't even tell you what a real woman is, right? They can't even tell you the meaning of a woman. So this is the insaneness of a lot of women, and how to be a real man, you have to follow what women think is a man. And yes, not well. It won't go well if you go online and you tell people what a real woman is. Yeah, it ain't gonna go well. All right, let's break this down.
I'm starting to think that one of the main problems today is that men are being told what a real man is by a woman that had no father.
So I had and have a great father, and I will gladly tell you what a real man is. But as a side note, saying that a woman who doesn't have a father can't say what a real man is absurd. Whether a woman...
Because she has no example of a real man. She's just making it up. Right? It's like, where's your example of these men? Literally, like, fine. You can say all these standards you have. Where's your example? Okay? So that's the thing where if you have a man, a father, that shows you the example, right, of what a real man is, then you have at least a basis for it. But here's the thing where it's like a lot of times we always want to box people in, and it gets really insane.
Had a father or doesn't, she's still allowed to say what she looks for in a man.
What you look for in a man doesn't necessarily mean he's a real man. Right? What you look for in a man does not equate a real man. It's just what you want in a man. There's distinctions.
Allowed to have standards, and she can know what a good man is. But let's get into it.
No, because where's your example of a good man?
Real man is. A real man is faithful to his wife, no matter who is or who is not around.
Faithful to your wife, yes, I do agree. But this is the thing. There's degrees, right? Do not be a real man is not a doormat, right? Being faithful, yes, that's your morality. That should be part of your morality. But understand this. A lot of women use that faithfulness very against men, okay? Because I've heard so many stories of women cheating on men, okay? Of women cheating on men or bringing up open relationships, open marriages. So really, should he still be faithful? No, right? Should he still keep that marriage? No.
Man can keep a job. A real man
can keep a job. That's an adult, right? Saying a real man, that's an adult. Really, a job, man or woman, should have a job. So really, keeping a job, I mean, like, just say you're an adult. That's not a distinction between man or not. And faithfulness is really not a distinction between man or not.
Takes accountability for his bad behaviors and changes. A real man does not watch porn.
A real man does not. It's like, this is the thing, right? Fine, a real man does not watch porn. The opposite of that is a real woman will have sex with that man whenever he wants it. No, my God, no. She can't, no, you can't do that. Really? So you can dictate what he does, right? Right? You can dictate what he does with his sex drive. You can dictate how he handles his sex drive. Yet, you can't do the same to a woman. How many times I've heard it, right? You hear the insanity of sexless marriages. You hear the insanity of sexless. This is the problem, right? Why? It shows you the hate of men. Because here's the thing. Men are always hold to certain standards. When are women ever hold to any kind of standards? to say a real man does not watch porn. Yet it is not fine to tell a woman that a real woman will have sex with her man whenever he wants it. Yeah.
A real man is not a drunk. A real man's
not a drunk. Seriously, a real adult should not be a drunk.
And if he's a father, shows up for his kids day in and day out and doesn't expect to be praised for the bare minimum.
Okay, great, right? A real father shows up for his kids day in and day out, right? And does not expect to be praised. Can the same thing be true for women, right? How many times do we have to say, oh my God, being a stay-at-home mom is so amazing. That's a job too. All this, literally, you're trying to praise a woman that's being a mother, right? How many times, if a woman is being a mother, she's praised? Yet, you better not praise a father, because that's the bare minimum for him to be a father. He should be there in his kid's life. No duh. Yet, you want to praise a woman that she's a mother. She's so strong, right? The absolute bullshit of that is insane. It is okay to praise a woman for being a mother, yet you better not praise a man, right? You better not praise a man for being a good father. Because that's the bare minimum, right? That bullshit.
A man does not objectify and degrade women. A real man will stand against and oppose men who are degrading.
What is really assault? So are you saying you're talking about having sex when your husband wants to have sex is assault? Then why even marry the man? Why even marry the man? If you don't want to have sex with your man, why even marry the man? Two, why even dictate when he can and can't release himself? Absolutely. I mean, Mountains of Moon, I'm assuming you're a woman then. It's like, absolutely not understand. I'm just a regular man.
And objectifying to women. A real man won't be friends with men like that. A real man does not make his wife feel like she's in.
This is insanity, right? To say that, what did she just said?
Stand against and oppose men who are degrading and objectifying to women. A real man won't be.
So a real man opposes the objectification and the degrading of women. Yet, do women even oppose the misandry that happens towards men? It's like the absolute hypocrisy that, this is the thing, when your logic does not make sense in reverse, it don't make sense at all. Okay? In my opinion. Because if it's what makes a real man to stand up for the wrongdoings against women, which is fine, I agree, but yet it is okay to ignore or not stand up to the wrongdoings against men, absolute insanity.
Be friends with men like that. A real man does not make his wife feel like she's in competition with other women, because a real man
makes it seriously feel like you're in competition with other women. A lot of times it's so, this is the thing where a lot of times you can't control how someone else feels. Right? You can't.
and make sure his wife knows she's the only woman in his eyes. A real man would not make fun of a woman who didn't have a father figure, because he would understand the joke is the absent father. An absent father, that guy is a joke. And a real
Or the joke is the mother that chose a man like that.
A man would not comfortably consume content like that woman is putting out because he would not be excited about women being made fun of. Anyway, I hope this helps coming from a...
To be honest, I don't, how she goes about this, I question if her father was that great. I question if her father was that great. I really do. Because honestly, right, to go out there and tell you, for a woman to tell what real men are, I mean, it's fine you tell me what your standards are, but you have the audacity to say what real men are. It's absolutely idiotic. It really is. Because I don't even think men out here should be telling people what real women are. Right? Besides the definition, right? Besides the actual definition of what men and women are, but telling you what a real woman is absolutely ridiculous. What a real man is absolutely stupid. And that's the thing, right? Having this kind of like one way view where, fine, it's fine that you will call out men, but it's absolutely insane that you wouldn't call out women. It really is, right? I honestly believe I do not like the hypocrisy of women. I really don't, right? Because here's the thing, right? If you guys are new to my channel, I will call out men as well, right? But in my opinion, women are the more delusional, more the delusional one, more the hypocrites, more the ones who don't take accountability compared to men. So that's why I see more women, right? I talk more about women, but I will call out men who are illogical as well, in my opinion. So the insanity of women, absolute insane. All right, it was a good live. I think it was good. I think it was fun. I loved it. It was therapeutic, right? I got to say a lot of things I feel because watching these videos, I was really, in some kind of mindset because of the insanity of it, right? Because I really felt a certain way about these kind of clips. So that's exactly, Mystic, exactly, right? We know about them because, we take the time to understand women. While women can give a shit about men, which I showed you the clip already. They don't give a shit about men. Their real man thing is whatever they want to say. So, yes, thank you guys. Right, Alvi, Skull, Mystic, Mr. Smith, Mark Truth. Oh, I didn't notice you, bro. Thank you for stopping by. Let's see who all the other people. Oren, if you were still here. Blue, Parasocial, Tori, Sunkissed, all you guys. Thank you for stopping by, right? I love you guys. You guys are amazing. Thank you for checking out my videos. Thank you for joining my live. Thank you for all the support. You guys are the reason why I continue to push on, right? I continue to create this community because having amazing brothers like you are amazing, right? It is very fulfilling. I love you guys, right? Thank you guys for all the support, all the love, right? Hope you guys have I believe that too, right? A real man would prioritize himself. All right, you guys are amazing, right? So see you guys later. See you guys in the next live. Thank you guys for all the help, all the support. Later, guys.